October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and a number of programs and services are available to help you reduce your risk. Lisa Ann Wheeler with the Georgia Department of Public Health and Angela Prince, she along with Lisa Ann are the co-founders of Reduce Your Risk. Ladies, thank you for joining me today.
Absolutely. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see you.
And it feels like I'm sitting next to a celebrity because I see you all the time.
Oh, Lord. Okay. I'll sign an autograph after.
Okay, sounds good. Let's get right to it. First, tell me a little bit about some of the programs over at the Department of Public Health.
Right. So my program is specifically for women who are uninsured. It's the Breast and Cervical Cancer Screening Program. Women who are uninsured, Georgia residents, underinsured also, those women that have a really large deductible, and a certain income guideline too.
Yeah.
So we bring them into the health department, comprehensive exam, height, weight, blood pressure, if they need their PAP and their HPV, clinical breast exam, and then a referral for their mammogram.
So let's talk about Reduce Your Risk.
Yes.
And how did you and Angela become connected together?
Angela, you can start that story. It's a good one.
Sure. So I was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer back in 2015.
Wow.
I was a working mom, very busy. I was at a corporate position working like 50, 60 hours a week because I was in charge of people. So there are risk factors, and I think one of mine was stress. I think there's other signs too of breast cancer than just a lump, and I didn't know that. So I think in the span of a week, my lump grew to the size of an orange, and I couldn't, ignore it anymore.
My goodness.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I went in, stage 4. I went through 16 rounds of chemo, radiation. I went through surgery, and it took me about 2 years to heal. My eyebrows fell out, and they never grew back. So they always say your hair falls out, but my eyebrows left too. And I was like, okay, I look like a baby seal in the CSRA. I don't want to look like that anymore.
But you're still here, though.
I'm still here,
right?
But still. So I went on Facebook. I was part of a Facebook group, and I asked people, where would you guys get your eyebrows microbladed? I was like, I'm a cancer survivor, and I need somebody that specializes in that.
Yeah.
So I got some good recommendations. On top of that, someone saw that and reached out to me and was like, I want to do a news story on you. And I was like, uh-oh, here it goes. Because I'm a very private person, and I didn't tell anybody I had breast cancer for a long time. I went through treatment, all of that, and only my family knew. Because I just didn't want negative thoughts in my head. And some people they don't mean to be negative, but they'll say, my uncle had cancer, he passed, and you know what I mean? And
instead of saying you'll get over this, you'll be fine.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want any of that.
Right.
Exactly. So Lisa Ann saw the news story.
Oh, okay.
And
I actually missed it.
Yeah.
I got home and my husband's like, you've got to see this story.
Yeah.
Saw it and then.
Yep. And so they had a doctor also on my news story talking about disparity with breast cancer. And in CSRA, it's the #1 killer of black women in the area, the #1 cancer killer. And we get it 40% more than our counterparts, which is crazy. And we get the most evasive
And later
breast
stage.
cancer, later stage, and we're diagnosed later. So there's all these factors that I didn't know, right? So,
And do you think it's because women are not getting those mammograms like they should?
There's a couple
it's
components to it.
Yeah.
That's part of it, of course.
Okay.
Dietary,
diet.
stress, lack of sleep. There's
lack of
just
sleep.
lots of reasons.
There's a bunch of reasons.
Yeah.
Resources, lack of resources. So Lisa Ann's program is wonderful because it gives resources to women that would not otherwise have it. So she reached out to me, and I think you were new, right?
Fairly
role.
new,
And she was like, I need help getting the word out because, if people don't come in, there's no funding for it. And so Carolyn, who is our counterpart, she's the founder of Reduce Your Risk. And she was like, she reached out to me too.
Oh, okay.
What was funny is that she was my breast cancer navigator back in 2015. And she was like, I saw you on TV. Do you remember who I am? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, well, I got this great idea about Reduce Your Risk. And I was like, Lisa Ann just reached out to me. I was like, how about we all connect?
get together.
Like all three of us. And That's how it was born. And
Yes.
it's-
What are y'all able to do with the program, Reduce Your Risk?
We do a lot of outreach. That's one of the things, just getting the information out there. And Angela touched on the Know Your Lemons campaign.
Yes.
Game changer in our outreach. 12 signs of breast cancer. Women are only taught a lump, and there are 11 other signs. So lots of times when we're out, we have our pamphlets, our banners, and women will literally, they'll be like, oh my goodness, I have that sign.
Wow.
And women have been diagnosed off that sign.
If
Truly,
I was educated on those signs, those other signs of breast cancer, because I remember in school it's just a lump, and then you kind of forget because you know it's school. Like look, I'm 150 now, so it was a long time ago. But you know, if I would have been educated, I would have found my breast cancer sooner because I had 7 of those 12 signs, and I didn't know. I'm kind of like explained it away, like, oh, it's just a rash or. You know,
An indent, something from my bra.
And
Sure.
then, of course, I was
Women say it all the
busy,
time.
and I'm like, I'll just get it looked at later until I couldn't ignore it anymore.
So how are you now, Angela?
I am great. I'm
She's amazing.
cancer-free. I was, you know, I went through a lot, you know, over the 2 years. I still was on a drug called Herceptin for a while because I was so late stage, but I got off of that in November. I still get checked every quarter. Just to make sure that everything's good. But I always say it was a small sacrifice for me to still be here and to still tell my story and still help other women.
Right.
Because that's the key. Like we do a lot of outreach. We have free cooking classes every quarter, healthy cooking classes. We have a support group every third Monday of the month. At the Augusta Elks Lodge. They've been so
super fun.
wonderful to like host us for free. And so we're just doing a lot of outreach. We have a lot of
We do our walks.
We have
the
monthly
third,
walks.
Third Saturday of every month, we have a walk.
Yep.
So we share information, sometimes a nice recipe.
Yeah,
Yeah, we kind of mix it up.
We like it.
okay.
We like it
Yep.
a lot. Yeah. So just to educate women on the signs, give them information on how they can get their mammogram.
So what's the next events that you guys have?
Oh, we have some good stuff coming
Yeah.
up. We have the Focus on Me event. It's on the 14th of October. That is 11 to 3 at May Park. Super fun. Just lots of resources, free food, entertainment. Tell me if I'm missing anything.
Nope, entertainment.
Yeah, it's low
gonna be
key. It's
fun.
just super fun. And our next event is, we have an awesome event coming up on October 18th at the mall. The mayor is going to proclaim October 18th Breast Cancer Awareness Day for Augusta.
Wow.
So he'll be there. The First Lady will be there. We'll have vendors, and it's going to be wonderful. And entertainment.
And entertainment.
Yes.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So 2 hours, right? 11 to 1.
11 to 1.
Okay,
At the
sounds
mall.
good to me. So if folks want to join you guys or go to different events, how would they reach out to you all?
So they can email us at reduceyourriskinc@gmail.com or follow us on Facebook at Reduce Your Risk Inc.
And also they can call me at the health department, 706-513-1033.
And we'll be right back.